that usually means it's recording.
Live and on demand.
I don't know if it's really on demand from anybody. We can pretend.
People are demanding it. Travels with joy.
Or
take one. Or
stay
staying
put
with joy, as it has now become.
Yeah.
Well, it's been about 4 weeks since our last video out there into the interwebs. And a lot of nothing has happened since then.
Well, yes and no. A lot has happened globally. For us, not so much.
Not so much.
Yeah.
Our farm is still in the transition of selling. And we are in our fifth wheel, not traveling. And probably not traveling anytime soon.
Yeah.
Obviously, currently travel restrictions are in place that make it difficult to move around countries, even
provincially.
And then the second thing is that I still don't have my proper driver's license to tow this heavy beast, and I don't think the schools are open and allowing for taking students so that I can actually... I have my learners, but
you can't really learn.
Need to be able to learn.
Yeah. So here we stay.
It's at about 11 o'clock right now at night, and this is what we generally do at 11 o'clock at night. We snack and drink port and
revel in the silence.
Revel in the silence of the kids not being around and being asleep.
If you're watching this basically any time that is not right now, anytime in the future, I suppose, there is a pretty well global-wide, I don't know if it's really quite at the level of lockdown.
Social distancing is the phrase they like to use.
Or physical distancing.
Or physical. Yes, that's true. Physical distancing, because we're still social, like making videos and being social with people.
Over the interwebs.
But physically not hanging out with people, which is definitely hard.
Mm-hmm. Especially after going from living on the farm, where we were constantly with people, and pretty well never alone, to living here, where we're always alone and never with anybody. And never allowed to be with anybody. So it's a big shift. It's a lot of togetherness. I have not had work for just over a month. The kids have not been in school for just over a month. Mark has not had work for about 3 weeks.
Give or take. I took some holidays from my construction job to help out around the farm in the transition period. And then, since then, have been social distancing with my family.
Our days are pretty much just filled with reining in the crazies. Trying to homeschool the kids. We didn't think we were going to be starting it this early.
Yeah, we had plans to homeschool our kids next year for their next school year, and had plans that we were going to have months to figure out what we were going to be doing and how we were going to be doing it. And then all of a sudden it's like, that's a good idea to homeschool your kids. By the way,
get on that right now. You don't have a choice. Yeah. So. You're just going to have to jump in the deep end. The school system has been quite supportive, though. I guess it's more of a soft transition into homeschooling, because they are still providing materials. I mean, we've got some curriculum books, thanks to Costco, that are kind of supplementary, but the school system is providing like worksheets and daily things that they're supposed to be completing. The district has set a goal of about an hour a day for the kids, so that's how much the teachers are providing. Since we're both home and we have nowhere to go and not really much to do, we're making them do more than an hour a day.
Yeah. Our kids are all elementary school age, so 5, 3, and kindergarten.
Oh, grades, yeah.
Yeah.
We don't have a 3-year-old.
Grade 5, grade 3, and kindergarten. Yeah. So it's not as critical as some people out there who have kids in middle or high school and have different subjects and different teachers for each subject, and everybody's sending all stuff, and that could be crazy. For us, at least, it's more simple with just one homeroom teacher for each kid giving us videos and worksheets and stuff like that. And trying to get the kids to connect via video Skype calls or whatever, Google Classrooms, I think,
Yeah, a couple of the teachers are using Google Classrooms. And MS Teams. It's kind of like Zoom, but made by Microsoft, and you can only see 4 people at a time. But it works pretty well the same. So they've been doing kind of, what are they calling them? Virtual drop-ins with some classmates and their teachers once a week. With that, which is helping them see their friends too. We buckled and got a couple of Amazon tablets so the kids could FaceTime, or I guess it's not FaceTime, Messenger video their friends without having to use our phones.
This one's Evelyn's.
Yeah. They were on sale, which helps. And we can install, or we were able to install a few of their school apps on them as well. And the parental controls on those things are great. Like, we have them set up so that they have to do 30 minutes of reading and 30 minutes, is it 30? 30 minutes of their educational apps before any of the other apps will even unlock. Like, they can't even see them, can't do anything with them. So that's been great. And
yeah, it works really well, because if you want to sleep in, but you want your kids to not just spend all their time on screens, they wake up and they go to their tablet, and before any of the games they want to play are able to be played or unlocked, they need to read for half an hour. And so we've put books on it, so you can open up a book, because it's kind of like a Kindle. Kindle Fire, I think it's called.
It is a Kindle. It is a type of
kind
Kindle.
of like it is a Kindle. And so we put books on there, so they have to read for half an hour, and then we have a IXL math is what the kids use, the older two, for their school, and they have to do, I believe it's a half an hour, it might be 15 minutes, I'd have to look, but they have to do some time on IXL, and then once they've completed both those two, then the games that they have on there become unlocked, and then they have the 2 hours, 2.5 hours.
Well, yeah, kind of
2.5
hours of play time, and then
the half hour of educational app time is unlocked for them to use, and then after they've used it all, it locks it down again and says your time for the day is up.
It's done. Bye.
Yeah, so that stops arguing. It stops the kids from really saying, great. Can we do this? Can we do this? I
want more screen time. I'm like, no, you've used it all up. Sorry.
You've used it all up. And then in the morning, it's not like, can I play a quick game before I do my schoolwork or do this? And it's like, well, no, you know that you have to read and you have to do your math, and then it unlocks for you. Yeah. So.
And then they do their actual pencil and paper work a little bit later. We still try and get them to finish it before noon so that they can just play in the afternoon without having it in the background looming over them. It's been working okay. We're starting to get into a rhythm. It's definitely a mindset shift for them, for sure, but for us too. I mean, we had a bit of a trial run. Small interruption due to
insufficient space to continue recording this video.
Oh yeah, and the camera's over here now, not over there, because we had to plug my phone in, and we switched phones.
We'll get the hang of this thing one of these days.
Maybe.
Maybe. Alright, at least now I can see the dot I'm supposed to look at.
That's true. Where were we? Dry run
of homeschooling. Strike.
Right, yes. That was only a couple weeks. And we just flew by the seat of our pants and did kind of whatever we thought was best. So at least we're getting some stuff from the teachers for this one. That's where I was going with that thought, I think.
Yeah.
Although that was half an hour ago.
Took us a while to try and figure out how to do this.
I had to install the app, and then
tried to airdrop the video from my phone to her phone to make more room on my phone.
My phone's older, but his has less space.
Yeah, mine's filled with videos at the beach. So hopefully after this video, we will work on putting together a video of our beach day or something like that, so that we can put more cool videos. I think that we may just overwhelm you with content. Crappy content. Well, maybe not. Maybe not crappy content. Don't leave the channel yet. Don't stop watching yet. I think that we've been, I've been at least, worried about not having beautiful looking content, and so we haven't really done stuff. Like the Instagram and stuff is on my phone, but I don't do it because I want my wife to do it because she makes things look nice. But maybe I will just start randomly throwing stuff up on our YouTube channel, whether it's fully perfectly edited or shaky cameraing or whatever it may be.
I mean, Instagram, that's what filters are for.
I don't know what filters are.
Never mind, I'll show you later.
It makes my water taste like port. That type of filter.
Sure.
But yeah, I'll probably throw some videos on of I'm attempting to make some quarantine bread. Started a sourdough starter. Put some flour and some water in a ice cream bucket to try and grow some natural yeast so we can make some bread. So I might throw some videos of that on, or just some videos of the kids who are running around, or who knows, just to keep stuff going, because if we don't put stuff out there, then we won't put stuff out there, and you won't see stuff out there. So
sure. And I'm gonna try and go around and take some videos of this place and our current setup and whatever, because we're probably gonna be here for a number of months. Thankfully, we're pretty blessed where we are. It's a pretty nice little spot. We were able to bring our trampoline, and that's been a lifesaver.
Yes. Trampoline with a net around it's like a giant playpen.
Yeah. Joy's learned how to say jump, jump. So she goes to the door and she bangs on the door and says jump, jump. And I say, hey kids, who wants to go on the trampoline with Joy? And they usually jump at it. Because it's fun. But anyway. Hold this over here for a slightly different point of view. I'll just lean in.
I've never used this thing before.
Whoa. Smooth, isn't it?
Is this a joystick?
Yep. Fun.
This is me learning how to use a gimbal. Is that what it's called?
That's what Dad calls it.
Look. It's nowhere near as smooth because the phone actually still has a power cord plugging it in.
Yeah.
And so it's trying to turn and be like, why is there a cord holding this thing?
How has life been living in 450 square feet, 24/7 with 4 children?
It's hard to say living in 450 square feet because some days it feels like everybody's just living on our bed.
Yep. Yep. One person comes in here and sits on the bed, and within, give or take 10 seconds, everybody is in here sitting on the bed.
Yeah.
And
5 minutes later, why is everybody in the same room?
Go outside and play!
Yeah.
Or something. Like, there's a whole nother 400 square feet that you could be in.
There's 2 bathrooms, but the kids always seem to want to use the bathroom closest to our room, no matter what. They have their own bathroom. Yeah. Will they use it?
Well, they use it at night.
Not very often. Only at night, which
is nice.
It's nice.
Yeah.
It really is nice.
'Cause, granted, they were used to how many years? 8 years of using only
the bathroom, the ensuite in our bedroom.
Yeah, so it was 3 years of the ensuite attached to our bedroom, and then the 5 years before that, just the bathroom at the bottom of the stairs. But like they're so used to only having one bathroom. I cut his hair yesterday. He's still getting used to how it looks. I think I probably needed to trim the top part a little bit more than I did.
It's still a little fluffy, but
it's okay. Looks alright. Looks better than it did.
Indeed. I should have done it before and after. I had a good giant fluffy quarantine beard.
He had a COVID beard. It was. It got to the point.
Fluffy hair.
I gave him a kiss, and the part of his mustache went up my nose, and I was like, I think that's it. Let's see. Do you have any questions for me?
How do you like the plumbing in the fifth wheel? We haven't got into that yet, but we've had some minor plumbing
we've had a few adventures.
Plumbing adventures. We'll probably make a plumbing adventure video one day.
The learning curve has been steep. The fact that we actually have 2 sets of tanks, that we didn't know we had a second set of tanks, was probably the largest issue, and it filled the underbelly with sewage.
Yeah.
That was fun times.
Yep.
None of our stuff.
No, yes, yeah.
It's just like the coroplast that like holds all the like insulation and stuff up underneath, and like protects the underside from getting mud
rocks
in there,
and junk.
whatever, when you're driving. Was like bowed out and dripping. We got home one day and the kids were like, "Why does it stink outside?"
Yeah, it smelled like wet, gross dog.
Yeah, it didn't smell like raw sewage. Like, because I think it was
a lot of it ended up being gray
water.
Coming through the black tank, which in and of itself is interesting how it got there. Mostly my fault, but not knowing what the heck was going on. It's hard to explain, but yes, the long and short of it is that we have 2 black tanks and 2 gray tanks, even though when we looked up our model online, it says only 1 black tank and 1 gray tank, and the dealership that we bought it off of used said that there was only 1 gray tank and 1 black tank. We just assumed that there was only 1 gray tank and 1 black tank. Taking
the dealer at their word, and all the schematics and everything in the user manuals
that we found online.
After some investigation.
Yeah, so I emptied a gray tank and a black tank, and I'm like, all right, I got this under control.
Good, it's going great.
And then things started backing up, and I'm like, why are things backing up when I'm emptying the tank?
Yeah. So we learned a few things that weekend.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But we'll save that. Well, we mostly talked most of it already through.
That's true. But, I can edit things.
Yeah. We should try not to keep this terribly too long, because we'll start rambling.
That's true. Maybe I'll do an episode on cooking in a small kitchen.
Yeah, we're getting the hang of that now. We're actually using the oven, the propane gas oven. So that's part of the reason why I'm starting to try and do some bread, is if we're going to be in it for a year plus, we'll need to / want to be better at using the stove. So my goal is to actually be able to use the stove to bake some bread or buns or cheese sticks or cinnamon buns or cookies or muffins or all the good baked goods that I like to eat.
I just got rid of all of my baby weight. He's just going to make me bring it all back again.
But not as a baby.
Nope. That ship has sailed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sneak peek into the kitchen episode would be that the biggest hurdle is the fact that all the kids want to help me bake and cook. I don't really do much baking. I burn things. You do the baking. They just all want to help, but when the entirety of the kitchen is like
small little area,
6, 7, 8 square feet maybe, it doesn't serve itself well for being a place for multiple people to hang out. So we have a schedule of who helps on what days, and that really has made a difference. But yeah.
Thank you for watching.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah.
And you know where the buttons are. I don't know where they are. They're over there somewhere.
Yeah. And one day we'll work on linking and descriptions on our YouTube video. Have you done that?
Sure.
We haven't figured that out yet.
Maybe. This is like episode 4. We're still noobs.
Yeah. We probably should be like linking the Kindle Fire in comments so that you can click on it and buy it from Amazon and we can make money off that, but we don't know how to do that.
I don't know how to do that. That's too far advanced for me. Maybe in the future.
See you not on the road, but parked.
I wonder if we should change our name. How do you work this thing? Ooh. Oh, I can use the joystick. That's fun. How big is your city?
How big is the city? I don't know. It's still loading.
Oh.
Sim City Builder. The tablets were really for the kids. Ignore the fact that we play games on them at night when the kids are in bed.
I meant to turn this thing off.